Hello everyone, I'm Paolo Obrero.
And I'm Christine Jacob Sandejas.
Welcome to your newest source of news that you can use and narratives that matter.
That's right. So everyone, we are
NewsWatch Plus.
Well, you know, it is no secret. Yes, you've seen us on air. You've been with us. But now we will embark on a new journey into, guess what? The digital space. We are here, of course, to harness the power of digital media to inform, engage, and connect with a broader and a more diverse audience.
Absolutely. Now, the numbers would prove the power of this medium. According to Meltwater and We Are Social, the Philippines was #1 in terms of social media users and in viewing vlogs or influencer content. Now, these high levels of user engagement mean that content can go viral very quickly, reaching a large audience in a very short period. Now, this level of interaction is, of course, beneficial. The ideal space for creators looking to build a loyal following, and we have quite a lineup for them today.
Why don't we explore the impact of this digital game changers today with our very special guest. So our first guest is a proud morena, maganda, beauty queen, ayan, at lahat na nasa kanya, an entrepreneur with over 1 million followers online. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a hand to Ayin Bernos.
All right, folks, next we take a food content creator, also known as Lumpia Queen. I think you know who I'm talking about now, with more than 3 million followers and just recently landed on the list of Forbes 30 Under 30 Asia. Definitely something to be proud of. Please welcome Abby Marquez.
Woo!
All right, now another rising content creator will join us today who's known for his enticing food reviews. Here's our pambansang rater, Marky Bap.
Yes.
Marky!
As we talk about the formula behind social media fame, we talk to star maker and talent manager. Let's all welcome Jojo Ampelocchio. Hello, Sir
Hey,
Jojo. Welcome.
And finally, we have with us sociologist from the University of the Philippines, Samuel Kabuag, whose research include digital sociology, influencer, popular, and digital cultures.
Now, before we start, I'm sure our audience here, you also have a lot of questions, and so do Paolo and myself, you know. But before that, we would like to thank Workable for accommodating us today. Workable is the flexible co-working space of Robinson's Land Corporation that offers convenience, ease, and a venue for collaboration, venue for taping for us. It aims to bring spaces that allow for growth and, of course, build connections.
What a great space it is,
It
too.
is.
All right, let's get straight into it. I can't wait to
I
ask
have a
these
lot
guys.
of questions because talaga, you know, parang trial and error, make or break. I don't know about you, Paolo, but I have always tried to attempt, be an influencer, but I don't know how to make it like them. There's like, everybody can be, create social content,
Right.
everybody can be an influencer, but there's only a few that can actually
make the following.
Paano nga ba?
I know.
Our first question would be, how did social media influencers actually become a trend here in the Philippines? So you guys can just jump.
It's certainly not unique to the Philippines, but really, when did it take root here?
Influencing is really not a new thing. We've been doing it from even in the dark ages. You want to buy something, you found it nice, and you want to share it to your family and friends, and you just say, hey, you know what, I bought this and it's nice. Maybe you want to buy it too. And that's influencing, right? Social media is a platform that actually amplified that. And also because maybe we're all marites. And also because we don't like FOMO, we don't like missing out on things. We really got on the bandwagon, and we were really great at it.
So I want to ask each and every one of you, what type of content, in your experience, in your identity as an influencer, ano ba yung brand ninyo that resonates with your audience, with your followers, Ayin?
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll start with introducing myself. I'm Ayin, and I've really been doing more personal content through the years. It's evolved from originally making Morena
Yes.
beauty content, and then it became my journey into
How
pageantry.
many years na? I mean, this was all pre-pandemic, diba? So how long have you been doing this?
I've been trying to be a content
I
creator.
like that, trying.
Yes.
I like trying
I
before.
understand the struggle.
Okay.
I've been trying since 2016. And I haven't been able to make it a job until 2021. So it's been a long time of trying to be on YouTube, etc. And then it was really a long journey of finding myself on the internet and seeing what clicks. So now I do more lifestyle, getting into sports now. So
I see your
iba-iba
vlogs.
talaga.
Okay, so these are your own personal interests, but you've found the voice and you found the tone that works for the people who follow you. For somebody like the lumpia queen over here, being a foodie, cooking, preparing, and sort of wrapping everything in a crispy wrapper has been your formula for success.
Yeah, I really started with teaching people how to make the dishes you usually have at home. So yung mga ulam po natin. So it really started out with the easy recipes that you can actually cook every day with accessible ingredients. And until now, I think that is actually what my viewers appreciate and what other people find valuable. And that is what I try to achieve in every video that I publish, is that people will pick something up, will get value from a video. And I think that's also what's common with successful content creators, is they always try to think, what can this video or this post contribute to the person watching it?
How long does it take for you to put your particular type of content together, and how often do you have to post?
Okay, so interesting thing about it is I don't post regularly, although I should. Like everyone who wants to really, boost their presence in social media, every social media coach will tell you should post regularly. There is merit to that because algorithm and social media actually favors accounts who post regularly and keep people in the app. But kalaban ko po kasi yung utak ko rin minsan. So I really pride myself in making sure everything that I put out is something I'm proud of and it's something high quality. But it takes a long time to produce these videos. That's why I cannot post as much as I want.
And that's why she's the queen. Medyo simpleng
She
flex
is.
din yun na parang
Oh.
hindi ko nga masyado
That's why she's
kinakareer.
what-
Minsan lang ako maglagay ng bagong post pero millions and millions of views, guys. But
Yeah.
really, hats off to you. Congratulations.
And you just
Thank you
started
po.
like pandemic. I mean,
Yeah.
it was something that you just discovered during the pandemic. Ikaw naman, Marky.
It was for fun. As in, wala lang kami magawa. And there's this particular trend na wherein you're going to rate everything. Your outfit, gamit sa bahay. And then, naki-join ako. And then, my content was, I rated mga handa tuwing Pasko. And then kasal. And then I had this background of this bossa nova music na usually ginagamit. And then, nirepost ng artist na yon. Ayun na, nagsimula doon, and then all of a sudden, people are suggesting to rate everything. It started as a joke and for fun, and then all of a sudden, lumalaki yung following ko. I started rating different types ng baso, and it's really hard when you're on the part where people are waiting for your videos, and I personally myself is posting every day. So, nag-iimbak ako ng videos prior a week.
So, I mean, for Jojo, for you, I mean, you've heard them. I mean, you being a talent manager, what are the qualities? Ano bang hinahanap mo sa isang minamanage mo or sa isang influencer, social content creator?
Okay, so very important talaga branding.
Branding.
And the influencer has to know ano yung brand niya that resonates with her followers. Tama yun. That's what Ayin said. That's what Abby said. That's what Marky would even say. It has to be aligned to what people like you to do. But organically true to you. Authentic pa rin to you. Not fake.
Enough for you to do it every day. I mean, you have to really live it.
Right. And authentic is a word that actually pops up quite often when you talk about the secret sauce or the secret to success when it comes to content creation and influencership. Is that even a word? I just kind of invented that. I want to take advantage of Sam's expertise here. What do you think it is that Filipinos look for as far as who they follow? What is it?
Yeah, I think it started with celebrities. So, I mean, marami sikat sa atin ng celebrities. So, everyone wants to be a celebrity before. Yung mga influencers, they're like the new celebrities na.
Right.
And what they have said earlier, yung branding na ni-create nila online, and it becomes the consistent ones. Oh, alam namin pag lumpia thing, kailangan si Abby.
Right.
So pag may ginawang post si Abby na hindi lumpia
Pag
related.
morenang lumpia, dito
Oo.
tayo.
So
kay
medyo,
Irene,
di ba? So we become to question then yung content nila. So I think that also factors in yung
Engagement
the
is also an
engagement,
important thing. It's not just
the
people
content.
watching.
So, magiging mahirap ba sa inyo? What happens when you change?
Yeah, absolutely. I've changed a lot over the years. I started with recommending beauty content, and then now I'm shifting into more fitness stuff because it personally makes me happy. And like what you said, diba, ang hirap if it's not true to you, you're doing it every day. So I think the key there really is community. And I've been very lucky that even though the growth was slow, like it took me years and years to build my community, it's a very like-minded group of people that even though the theme it seems like is beauty or lifestyle or sports, at the end of the day it's a bunch of people looking for self-improvement. So there is this common core connecting all of those things. And yeah, people have followed the journey throughout na kahit na hindi naman nila bet yung ginagawa ko
Yeah.
ngayon. They're like, oh, that's cool. She's
Kasi
trying
parang
something
naging
new.
best friend ka na ng bayan. Di ba? Kung parang
Part and parcel,
Ate.
par for course is also the haters, right? I mean, let's touch on that. I mean, what about people who don't like lumpia queen? I mean, is there lumpia hate? Is lumpia
I
hate
haven't
real?
met anyone who doesn't like
Does
lumpia.
anybody
So
not like lumpia? We all love lumpia,
maybe
don't
that's
we?
the secret.
Yeah, right?
Can I just add to that?
Yeah.
Really, community is the key. But before you get or you have a community, you have to do relationship building, which I think she has been doing for a very long time.
Yes.
That's why a lot of people are actually loyal not to just her content, but her personality, but to her. That's how you get the community. But if someone is starting out,
Yes.
I would definitely suggest you stick with just one because number one, you're still building a community. Number two, a community of people na interested in the same thing. So you have to find what kind of people these are.
Define your niche.
Yeah.
Find your niche.
Number two, technically speaking, these platforms are they actually have an algorithm that categorizes these accounts.
But I just wanted to ask, is there a distinction between influencer, content creator? Is there a cutoff point where, if it's just you and your immediate family following you, you're
Does that
just...
count?
I know. Are you just, at what point do you become a legitimate influencer versus, or is it the same thing? Are they different?
Okay, all right, good question. And that's a question that actually almost everyone asks.
Yeah.
Because there's no real definition. But technically, if you look at textbook definition, it's really, you're an influencer if you influence people to buy certain products. Okay. So if you have like branded content. Content creator is when you just create content and you just want to resonate with your audience and you just want to share. And that's it, just content. But not everyone can be a content creator. It's so hard.
Yes.
12 years ago, we already saw digital's gonna get there. So we wanted to transition celebrities to get into content creation, but a lot of them really found it hard.
They did.
Really, because they were you would think that they're so used to being in front of the camera that it would be so native to them, right? But they weren't used to holding the camera themselves. That's why the rise of the content creators like Ayin, Abby, and Mark.
Yes. Yeah, content creators, you guys rule. Are there certain numbers? Sabi nga ni Paolo kanina, when can I actually say that I am a legit influencer or content? Is there like, how many followers nga ba? Is there like a
In the study of when you publish reports, who do you look for and who do you classify as?
500K, 100K, ano ba?
So I think yung mga nano influencer like
Oh,
They
there you go.
They
Categories,
start
okay.
with 1,000, right? And then we have like mid influencers, like the tens, micro, and then mid, and then mega influencer.
and then mega.
Yeah. So mega yung mga 1 million.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay. There are tiers.
when can we say that we've actually made it?
Yun.
Yun.
think,
I mean, when it's like-
millions, mega.
Actually,
Mega.
you're considered a macro influencer already.
There you
'Cause
go.
have like
Look at that.
you have 22,000 followers.
I didn't even know
Look at that. Jojo did his research
I did my
before he
assignment.
came out here. But what for you guys is the measure of success? Like you said, kailangan na enjoy mo yung ginagawa mo. You said that, Marky. And it's one thing to enjoy the content that you put out there and it shows kung natutuwa ka sa nilabas mo. But at the same time, kung natuwa ka pero hindi natuwa yung mga followers mo, and the measure of that is how much engagement did I get? How many likes did I get? How many shares did I get? How many comments did I get?
Oh, I guess to simplify it, being a full-time content creator is a job, right? So if it can allow me to quit every other job I've ever had and just do that, then the numbers are enough for me. Like if I'm making enough money to not have a full-time job and I can do this every day, then that means for me personally, like I'm hitting my numbers. It may not be as big as other influencers, or maybe I'd have my slow seasons, but as long as trabaho ko siya na full time, I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Because when I was in college, this wasn't even a job. So I try to hit my numbers, and these are like very personal numbers na, alam mo yun, we're growing, we're not stagnant naman, and if we still have the inquiries from brands, that's very important, then that to me tells me na, okay, we're still there, we're still, it's still a job. As long as we're booking gigs, you know, that's how I determine if I'm successful.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a second, I want us to also steer away from the numbers, but also the quality. The number of views, number of followers, we call it vanity metrics because they don't really mean anything. Because what matters is the quality. A person with 10,000 followers versus can sell more than na very niche, 10,000 followers na very niche, I'm all about food, versus an account with 1 million followers pero hindi mo alam ano ba yung niche niya. This will convert more.
So I wanted to chime in just on the numbers question. No? So I'd like to speak on behalf of the influencers first. When it comes to, for example, branded content and you want to hit your numbers, if you're a brand, if you want to hit your numbers and you want to get influencers, you have to make sure that you work with them. Co-creation is really very important for you to get your KPIs. Like Paolo was asking, paano kung puro negative yung comment? Usually it happens when the brands don't listen to the influencer. When the influencer says, that's not gonna work with my algorithm. I know my algorithm better than anyone else. If the brand says, no, just say this in verbatim, just say this, just do it. Usually the posts don't perform well. So really very important co-creation in terms of numbers, like KPI. Okay, guys, bow.
That's the mantra. That's the mantra.
And
Okay.
when it comes to numbers naman of likes, okay, so you also, kanina, Christine, you asked me, what's your measure, who you want to hire or who you want to get in your roster? Before I read the numbers, really a numbers game. Like, I would really get someone who's like millions of followers already. Ngayon, hindi na ganun. Like, for example, Marky, I met the owner of that restaurant who said, Marky, what did you do with one video? Napudo mo yung restaurant ko ng ilang araw, etc. And Marky only has 2,000 followers on Instagram, 2,000 plus. Not millions, pero they're showing results.
Now, yung algorithm prefers yung post virality, not just the persona base. So, even though, yes, may branding yung mga influencers, what important for them is yung content nila is mag-viral or mag-trend. So, whatever it is, kaya nga kahit yung kay Marky na not so much yung following niya, but because the content made it viral, went viral, it helped.
Sometimes it just takes that one crazy video
Yeah,
to go
so-
viral, and all of a sudden you are an overnight success.
Yeah, kaya marami sa mga influencer would use yung mga trend challenges,
Yun,
like
yun.
dance, choreo, famous audio sound bites, etc., etc. Even filters help them maging viral sa platform.
Well, you study this and you see the numbers and you see the personalities who come and go on the top count. Is there a lot of changes? Do you see many familiar names sort of able to maintain? So I guess we'll do the rounds here of everybody. So how do you think these influencers sustain?
So I think yung sustaining is part dun sa branding management nila. So kaya, for example, you have Team Payaman, right?
Yeah.
So for the longest time, they're the big names. And until now, maintained nila yung fame nila and mas lumalaki yung...
Fame and infamy. I mean,
Yeah.
and not just necessarily them. I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, minsan, Marky was saying this, parang hindi masyadong magkaroon ng pagtatalo over certain... but sometimes controversy works in your favor.
Just for everyone's information, if you have this particular page, particularly on Facebook, there are maintaining numbers that you have. For example, on Facebook, to have your page monetize means you have those ads. So, wag niyo po kayo mag-skip. Doon po kami kakapera. Yun nga po. So, kidding aside, those ads are added on your videos based on the engagement. And you have to maintain, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember it correctly, you have to have like 5 active videos in a day and to maintain that 600,000 minutes per month. If hindi mo siya ma-maintain, there's a big possibility on the following month, hindi na mag-monetize yung page mo and mawala ka. So other people are really desperate na to be on that page.
Okay, go, Joe, before
Okay,
I...
so just on that, just as a context, yung influencers na mga first generation, not like that. The first generation influencers were mostly celebrities, sabi nga ni Sam kanina. Celebrity talaga. Tapos tayo kasi mahilig talaga tayo sa celebrities. But the celebrities before didn't like affiliate marketing. They got used to endorsement talaga. Meaning, if you want me to endorse your product, you have to, it's either a choice of a tri-media placement and this is my rate.
Yeah.
And it's a constant.
Yes.
It's a big amount usually, right? Their generation now is not like that. They're more open to, because they know that it is a career. It's now letting me become, earning money out of doing nothing else but this. Just like what Ayin said. It has become a career, and there are different types now. Yun nga, people who would go for affiliate marketing, YouTubers who would earn from AdSense alone, people who would go for paid partnerships and earn from that. So it's really a business. And I think it needs to be talked about and normalized. Kasi sometimes people are saying, ay nako, yung influencer, and then they bash the influencer because, ay nako, ang laki-laki na ng kinikita niyan. But it's a job.
They have really influencers, YouTubers, I mean, everything digital has really taken over everything, whether it become artists. They're far more popular than a lot of artists, celebrities. When it even comes to singers, that's where they are discovered, is right there on their TikToks and YouTube, and all of a sudden, they're an overnight success.
Even singers now don't sign with
They
record
don't sign
labels
anymore.
They just do
Of course.
Indeed and upload direct on Apple and Spotify.
How does one make money on the digital apps? How does that work?
So,
Of course, you have your brands. I mean, you have your
paid
sponsors,
partnerships.
paid partnerships.
Yeah,
okay.
paid partnerships meaning brands would want you to feature their products in
Yeah.
your video. Monetization, which means in that specific app, they provide you ways to get paid. For example, if you upload Reels, you have ads on Reels. If you post on the timeline, it's in-stream ads. On YouTube, it's AdSense. Depends on the platform. Sometimes they also offer performance bonuses or incentives if you really did well. Depending on the country also, kasi in the Philippines, walang ganon. Sayang. Sayang, but walang ganon. Subscriptions also. For example, like Patreon or Facebook subscription, also where your viewers pay you a certain amount every month, and that will sustain you. Stars. Parang mamimigay ka ng coins. Yan, okay? Ang ganda ng content mo, bigyan kita ng coin. Gifts also. So, depends on the platform, depends on the country, and it also varies influencer to influencer. Like personally, I am not strong in affiliate marketing. I'm more on the in-stream ads and paid partnerships. And because, for example, affiliate marketing, that's a whole different animal. It's, ilang araw mong aaralin, paano ba yung, ano ba tong SKU na to, ganon.
Just to add on that, that's why live streaming is so big now. And live streamers just get, percentages of their sales. So, yun, medyo affiliate type yun. Right, Aid?
Yeah, and I was actually talking to some of my friends from e-commerce, and it was really shocking the numbers of how much you can earn just by posting stories. So even Facebook groups, you post an affiliate link like, guys, share ko lang, I bought this for this amura. But then it's a Facebook group with 1 million followers. You could have like 20 friends on Facebook, but then you're part of this 1 million member group on Facebook. You post that link, you earn so much just from that. So, grabe yung streams of income talaga.
Must I have a manager? What is the role of a man? Or can I just
Because
be on my
it sounds
own?
like you were trying to find your niche. You tried different things. If you had a manager, or I'm not sure if you do, to guide you, what are the
Wait,
tips you
what
give
is
your
the role?
talents?
Must one have a manager now?
Okay. So, tinanong ko na kanina yan, may managers na sila. Sayang.
Ikaw,
You were
daya
just
mo
doing your
talaga.
job, Jojo.
Daya mo talaga.
Sayang. Pero
You were just
pakikuha
doing
na
your
rin
job.
yung numbers nila.
Sige.
Para
Ito,
mabigyan natin ng
marami
trabaho.
tayo dito who
meron
are
pa
looking for
mga
a manager.
available.
Okay. So, it might be biased if I say yes.
Yes, okay.
But yes, they need a manager
Why?
to be able to sustain what they're doing. Someone who will remind them of their branding, number one. Someone who will remind them of how to be professional. Sometimes they need reminding. Sometimes.
okay.
Some of them. No? Some of them don't even know how to read a contract.
Yes.
So someone has to be able to do that for them. Second, a lot of them are awkward or it's weird for them to negotiate for themselves. Like, para ka nakikipagtawaran sa Green Hills niyan. Di ba?
Email culture.
Di ba, right?
Yes,
Like,
please.
a brand will tell you, hey, can we get you for this? And then it's like, 50 emails in between. And they actually don't know how to navigate through that. So it would be nice if you had a manager who knows, who's a professional, who's been in the corporate maybe. That would be, I think, very helpful. So yeah.
So we've talked about the rosy side of digital. What are the horror stories, or what are the things that we have to
What
be
do we-
cautious about?
Because I think we only see one side. We only see the content, the finished product. What are some of the scary things that we
Yeah.
don't see or we may not be aware of? Sleepless nights, strange people following you.
Or the biggest challenge, di ba?
I
Like, was
know.
there ever a point that you've been doing this for so long, 2016, na sinabi mo sa sarili mo, ayoko na, kasi hindi naman gumagalaw yung mga numbers ko, hanggang dito na lang. So what do I do? Do I give up or do I keep pushing? What is the reality? Yun ang gusto
Yeah,
namin.
I see.
Yung
I
mga
see. I see what
reality.
you're
Ano
getting
ba
at. Right.
talaga?
Since you can gain popularity overnight, you can also lose popularity overnight. Because people will always like new, shiny, new things. So, part of our jobs really is to use the social media platform, look at what's trending, and quality assurance in making sure that every video talaga mayroong nakukuha yung tao. The reason why I always want to make sure everything I put out is quality because there is what I call an overall trust on the quality of your content. This is something Mr. Beast talks about. Pwede ka naman gumawa ng maraming video and magkaroon ka ng videos na filler lang or sucks lang para lang may ma-post ako, or you can upload irregularly pero always good. The thing is, the difference it will make is, if people see you, pag nag-upload to, maganda palagi, they start to trust the videos you push out,
Yeah.
and push out, yes. And mas magiging loyal sila to you and your account.
Yeah.
Ganyan.
It's hard because, yun nga sabi ni Abby, yung currency namin as influencers is attention. The moment you lose attention, it's like, oh my God, meron pa ba akong trabaho bukas? What about next month? And when I joined Miss Universe Philippines kasi in 2021. Now it's 2024. Nobody cares about me anymore as a beauty queen. Pero okay lang, Like, that's something that you have to navigate. One time, anything I post, because it's Miss Universe season and I'm a candidate, people care about me. But then after that, what happens
Yes.
next, diba? That's why it's so important to really understand yourself, your
Evolve.
core, and focus on creating content versus like the reaction of people towards it.
The influencer industry is going through a continuous evolution. From way back 15, 20 years ago up until now, the evolution now, what's happening is from broadcast to narrowcast, if you'll see. No? So parang a lot of people are tuning out of TV now, or they tune into TV but on video on demand platforms like YouTube and all that. And now we're all niching. We're trying to find who are the content creators and influencers that we can relate to. And that's the content that we follow. So more of narrowcasting na talaga, like, and mobile-centric. That's gonna be the trend moving forward, maybe like 5, 10 years down the road. But influencer marketing is gonna grow and grow and grow. In fact, I think it's at $37 billion now globally. So it's gonna get bigger. There are gonna be a lot of content creators. The problem now is saturation. But I think there's gonna be globalization because there are a lot of, like for example now, so I own an agency, also an ad agency that does, and there are a lot of Indonesian brands, for example, who are looking for Filipino influencers.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's where we're going. Even Hollywood now are even looking into Filipino influencers. So it's gonna grow and grow and grow. There's no stopping it.
Will it pop? I mean,
Burst at some point?
what's going to happen? I
I
mean,
don't-
it's going to
okay.
saturate. Ang dami na.
I don't think so, so long as there are brands who are trying to advertise their products. There will always be
There's
content
always gonna be
creators
something.
and influencers to help them promote. Right now, what the scare is really AI
Yeah,
for
AI.
the influencer industry. But I think AI will enhance it even
Supposed
more to help. Like now, in our agency, we're using tools to really vet for who are the best influencers for this brand. But there's still human touch there. There's still subjectivity. There's still, no, I like this influencer better because she complies with contracts and the other one doesn't. Or she complies with timelines and this other one doesn't. An algorithm or AI won't see
be able
that.
to do that.
So there's still human touch there. So I think, yeah, we're gonna grow even bigger. That's what the evolution's gonna be. For the existing influencers now, Ian, Abby, and Marky, I suggest you now have the followers that you want. You can now diversify. Like what Ian's doing, she's doing lifestyle and sports now from her previous content. That's just gonna be an evolution there. But it's gonna continue to grow.
Kung mga established na sila. So kayo mga established na. Paano naman yung mga hindi pa established? So yung mga
diversified
tips.
daw, Marky.
Oh,
Are we gonna see you in a fitness video soon or?
Soon.
Soon. All right. What would you share in terms of people who are gonna want to or see themselves as making it as an influencer?
I'm going to share yung mga bagay na hindi ko nagawa dati, na I hope nagawa ko dati. Invest on camera. Number 1. If you're planning, invest on camera, resources, and invest on your kapatid. Kasi yung kapatid ko ang unang katulong ko lagi sa lahat.
Somebody has to be the cameraman.
How about you, Abs?
I agree, because that's what I
Because
did.
that's also food.
Yeah, and also food.
Yeah.
But if I were to provide any tip, like one tip for anyone who wants to start out, is think about it in the long run. And not just focus on what's a good camera, anong trending na sound ngayon, anong maganda tignan na pagkain, but really study what's effective. Content creation, it's difficult because it requires different skill sets. For us, we have to cook, we have to learn descriptions. I actually take my time studying adjectives to describe food.
Tasting notes in
Yeah,
particular.
I take my time looking at what's the good lighting setup. So you have lights, your skills that you want to teach other people, writing, how to phrase a word or a sentence with brevity and very maikli para makapture yung attention. You study the hooks, top 10 hooks that are effective. This is ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. You would not believe what I found out today. Yun yung mga techniques that people who don't really, go all in, pay attention to. But that's actually the secret. It's hitting all those
And
markers.
Actually, nabitin ako dun sa you wouldn't guess
know.
what.
Like,
Oh,
what
diba?
happened?
I know, right? What happened?
What did happen?
Oh, diba?
But actually,
You got me.
everybody wants to go viral ASAP, right away, right? But whatever you guys did with your own content was by accident, or was it?
Content creation is the accident, but I would really credit the success to all the skills I honed throughout the years. I spent I've been studying cooking since I was a kid. I spent years in vocal projection, in music, in voice.
Pinag-aralan. Kumbaga,
No, not
pinag-aralan
singing,
talaga.
not singing, but
Right.
making, but sounding like someone
Yeah.
someone will want to listen
It's deliberate.
to you.
It's no accident that you've had
Yeah.
the success. You've worked on it.
Yes,
You've
I
you
really
the
worked
effort
on it.
Into it.
Yeah, camera handling,
Yeah.
lighting, cinematography. I spent years
Okay.
learning
Right.
about these things.
And same with you. You said
Yeah.
you worked on. Okay, I tried this. It wasn't quite there. I tried this. Eto, medyo mas nag-work. And now you found your voice in this era of yours now. Parting shot, your advice and where you are and where you hope to be.
Just two things. To people starting out, it looks so intimidating now, especially in this day and age na it's oversaturated. It feels like hindi ka na makaka-break in. But two things. Number one, embrace the cringe. Like you're gonna think, oh my God, feeling vlogger ako. But yeah, like that is part of the process. Embrace it. You're gonna cringe at yourself. And number two, create more than you consume. You know, you're gonna want to watch and think, paano ba niya to ginawa, ganyan, blah, blah, blah. But then you need to, at one point, just start creating. When you start creating things, then that's when you can start analyzing yourself. Then that's the time you can tweak your techniques. You can see where you can improve. If you don't start, nothing's gonna happen. So it's definitely an intimidating industry, but it's honestly like tao lang kami na nagkaroon ng TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and it's doable and it's life-changing. So I hope they do it.
Actually, the secret to success is very simple.
What is it?
Yun. Beat in. I'll let you know in my next video. But we're going to be
Very
wrapping. I learned that one from Abby just then. You're not listening, Christine. All right. Well, let's wrap up this conversation. It's been a fantastic conversation. I learned so much, and I think our audience absolutely appreciated what we talked about today. There's a lot of takeaways here. And I think we've got a lot of people who want to continue this conversation. So stick around. We're going to continue the conversation with our audience. But this particular portion of our conversation is wrapping up here.
That's right. And of course, from what you've all heard, there's actually no doubt, no question about how influencers have dramatically changed, social media as a whole. This is no different from, Pinoy influencers or wherever you're from, as they embrace limitless opportunities by showcasing the power of creativity, authenticity, inspiring millions and millions and millions to champion our Filipino culture. They stand
Absolutely
for
right,
us.
Christine. Now, special thanks, of course, to WorkAble for accommodating us today. WorkAble is the flexible co-working space of Robinson's Land Corporation that offers convenience, ease, and a venue for collaboration. It aims to bring spaces that allows for growth and build connections. Isn't this a wonderful space? Fantastic, right?
Beautiful. Thank you so much for being with us. Maraming salamat din kay Samuel, kay Jojo, kay Marky, of course, Abs, and Ayinma. Thank you so much for spending your precious time by being with us today.
Absolutely. I'm Paolo Abrera. Thank you again, everybody, and thank you for joining our conversation.
That's right. And I'm Christine Jacob Sandeas, and do follow us on our digital. We're so influencing.
We'll flash them on screen.
On our social media accounts and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the day.